This is left, so 4 minus 0, so this is all right. With this 4 to 8 minus 3, minus plus, so that's okay. So this is minus 1, minus 4, 11. So to verify this and verify this. So these multiplications to be verified. The answer should be this. So I repeat, to verify the answer, please check once again. These are the places where we have gone wrong. Multiply it once again, do it yourself. The answer should come as this, finally. And then 58 is common to all, so 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. If it's not verified, then your inverse is somewhere wrong. Is that clear? So to verify the answer, A into A inverse has to be an identity matrix. I'll come to another sum, hopefully where we don't make a mistake here, right? Now that is solving simultaneous equation with the help of matrices. So this is the final part of the chapter, finding the solution of linear equation. This is also known as Martin's rule. So solving simultaneous equation with the help of the matrix is the Martin's rule. What we do here, we write the matrix A as the matrix of the coefficients. So coefficients 5, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. So first the coefficient matrix, then we write the variable matrix x, y, z, and the last one, the right hand side, as this. So I wrote the three matrices. Now remember, if one of the variables is missing, the coefficient will be 0. Repeat, if one of the coefficients missing, the coefficient will be 0 if the variable is not there. Now look at this. If you multiply this with this, the result is 5x plus 3y plus z. Equated to this will be 16. So this equation I wrote in the matrix form here. So what I get here is A into x is equal to B implies x is equal to A inverse B. Okay? So we find A inverse, multiply with B. So to finding the inverse, the first thing we find the determinant A. So that's it. So that's not equal to 0, so we can find A inverse. We go by the cofactor matrix. So again, the sign convention, the first one I said will be the same, first row. Now second row, this is left, so that's 12 minus 2. Again this is left and this is left, so 20 minus 1. And then this is left, so 5 minus 3. So that's this cofactor matrix. The transpose is the adjoint, so I have transposed it already here. First column is the first row, second column is the second row, third row, and then divided by determinant A, so this is A inverse. I think I did it in one go. Now find A inverse B. So A inverse B. Now when we multiply this matrix with this matrix, this is has only one column. So the answer will have only one column. So multiplying 2 with 16, that's 32. 10 with 19, 190. And 8 with 25. Similarly here, 16 5 is 80. This is, I think, 381. Now look at the same sum. In the previous one, I simply wrote this, solve it. But now the question says, multiply this, and hence means use that result, the product result, to solve this. Now if you look at this equation, and we find the cofactor, the matrix of the coefficient, it will be this: 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. So this is it. So what actually we do? We find the inverse of this, right? Now this type of sums, normally what happens is, it says find the product. So the product of this will be a identity matrix which shows one is the inverse of the other. I did the verification. A into A inverse is the identity. So when these two matrices are given and it says find the product, and then solving it means one of them will be inverse of the other. So we first multiply these two. So multiplying A and B. So what I did is multiplying the first row with the first column, first row with the second column, first row with the third column. So this is it. The result which I get here is so that's 4 into I. I is the unit matrix. Now look at this. A into B is a unit matrix. Of course, there is 1 by 4. 4 is there.